Good afternoon, dear parents. I welcome you all to the webinar on National Education Policy 2020. And let me just brief you about the policy. The Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, approved the National Education Policy 2020 on July 29, 2020. The policy is based on the draft National Education Policy 2019, which the Committee for Draft National Education Policy, which is chaired by Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan, who is the former chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization, submitted to the Ministry of Human Resource Development on December 15, 2018. So, the four-part National Education Policy covers school education, that is part one, higher education, part two, other key areas of focus, part three, which includes adult education, promoting Indian languages and online education, and making it happen, that is part four, which is discussed in the policy's implementation. So now we will be starting with a short presentation, starting with vision of the policy. The vision in the policy are as follows. It says that development in an education system which is deeply rooted in Indian ethos, which has the capability to provide high quality education to compete our children in the global world. Then the second point says the curriculum and pedagogy must develop a sense of respect towards fundamental duties and Constitution of India, and it should have a deep bond with the country. Then the third point, the third vision of the policy says develop a sense of pride and respect for the country and be responsible for human rights, sustainable development, global well-being, thereby reflecting a truly global citizen. It will also be focusing on sustainable development. Comes the key principles of NEP 2020. The key principles of NEP says respect for diversity and local context. So as per the new education policy, focus will be done on the inclusion of diversity and local context of curriculum and education. Equity and inclusion. The policy will be emphasizing on inclusion of stakeholders, that is teachers and students in the education system and educational decisions. Community participation is also as important in any form as welfare measurements, public, private, community, or as a whole will be taken into account. Use of technology. After COVID-19, as we had joined with our children with the help of technology, so technology will also be playing an important role. And another thrust area will be using technology in teaching and learning for Divyang students as well, along with in educational planning and management. Emphasize conceptual understanding instead of having our traditional methods of mugging up the answers or road system as we were doing earlier. Nowadays, we will be emphasizing upon concept-based learning, which will help in the retention of learning, which will be done for a longer period of time other than rote learning. And this teaching will also be designed so that the students are learning for the examinations rather than memorizing the formatted answers. They will be learning themselves how to make the answers and to understand the concept. Then comes unique capability is another key principle. Every child is blessed with some unique kind of capabilities. So some of them may be good at analytical thinking, some of them must be good at logical thinking, or they must be good at reasonable thinking or reasonings. So education system will be now tasked to explore and spot the unique capabilities of our children and to tap their potential to the fullest. Now the children will be judged based on how they are doing and what kind of potentials they are having. Creative thinking and creativity. Instead of imposing the ideas and pushing them to the child, new education system will be focusing on encouraging the children on creative thinking and the creativity of the students, how the students are creative and what are their mindset towards the education. The next point is continuous review. This education policy will be as a whole subject and it will be regularly reviewed and assessed by educational experts. Coming on to the next, we have the new pedagogical structure. According to the new pedagogical structure, we can see that the curricular structure is divided into 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. 3 years in Anganwadi, pre-primary and 12 years in school. And now this pedagogical structure has been divided into 4 stages, starting with secondary stage, middle stage, preparatory stage, and foundational stage. In foundational stage, the levels will be multi-level and play activity-based learning, which will be including play activity-based learning and focus on teamwork and cooperation, along with focus on good behavior, courtesy, ethics, personal and public hygiene and cleanliness. Moving on to the second stage, we will be having preparatory stage, which is for playing, discovering, activity-based and interactive classroom, which will be including gradual transition from play-based learning to more formal classroom learning. Then we will be having interactive teaching learning process, introduction of subjects including physical education, art, language, science and mathematics, along with emphasis on reading, writing and speaking. The third stage, that is middle stage, will be experiencing learning in science, maths, art, social studies and humanities, which will be including subject-oriented pedagogy and curricular methodology, subject teachers for learning, discussion of the more abstract concepts in each subject across science, maths, arts, social and humanities. And the last stage will be high school or secondary stage, which will be including 4 years of multidisciplinary study, that is from class 9 to 12, which will be including the age group of 14 to 18. It will also be including greater flexibility and student choice, along with more frequent assessments of modules, exposure to more subjects, and enable greater flexibility. Now I request Ms. Ruchi ma'am to take over and proceed. Now moving on to the early childhood care and education, that is ECCE, the foundation of learning. Now coming up to the goals of new education policy 2020, ensuring that all children entering grade 1 are school ready by 2030. Attain optimal outcome in the domain of physical and motor development, cognitive development, socio-emotional development, cultural, artistic development, and the development of communication and early languages and numeracy. To prepare initial cadre of high-quality ECE teachers, plan to introduce 6-month certificate program in ECE. Introduction of a preparatory class before class 1. For children of age 5 years, learning shall be based on play-based learning with a focus of developing. Now, moving on to the attainment of foundation literacy and numeracy by grade 3. The immediate target of the policy is to make students read, write, and do basic numeric calculation by grade 3. Book promotion. Soon, a national book promotion policy will be formulated and the public and school libraries will be expanded. National mission. National mission on foundational literacy and numeracy. 3-month play-based school. To increase the participation of students and also to develop a natural urge to come to school, a 3-month play-based school preparation module for grade 1 students has been planned. Now coming to the curtailing dropout rates and ensuring universal access to education at all levels. The major challenge that the new education policy has set for itself is to curtail the school dropout rate and also to ensure universal access to education at all levels. To bring children back to school and prevent children dropping, following steps will be taken. Provide regular trained teachers at each stage. Special care shall be taken to ensure that no school remains deficient on infrastructure support. Universal participation in school by carefully tracking students as well as their learning levels in order to ensure that they are enrolled in and attending school and have suitable opportunities to catch up and re-enter school in case they have fallen behind or dropped out. Community partnership in terms of expertise and infrastructural support. Highlights of pedagogical structure. The pedagogical structure focuses on competency-based education. Modules will be made on preparation and implementation of pedagogical plans, that is teaching methods based on competency and outcome-based education, integration of subjects. As discussed earlier, learning becomes more impactful and long-lasting with the integration of sports, arts, information and communication technology, that is ICT, and storytelling-based pedagogy, that is teaching. Development of scientific temper. The education system will now be more oriented towards developing scientific temper, inculcation of knowledge, practice of human and constitutional values such as patriotism, sacrifice, non-violence, truth, honesty, peace, etc. In other words, it will be teaching moral values, ethics, along with developing the scientific temperament. Moving on to the next is encouraging 21st century skills in the classroom. According to 21st century skills in the classroom, the education policy will be including collaboration, digital literacy, problem solving, communication, critical thinking, creativity, health and fitness, social responsibility, ethics, scientific temper, and collaboration. The 21st century will be looking somewhat what is in the screen. Contemporary subjects. There will be some of the contemporary subjects also that will be included. Few subjects have been added. For example, we have artificial intelligence, holistic health, data science, organic living, design thinking, and machine learning. Apart from that, we will be having year-long vocational courses which will be conducted for the students of class 6 to 8. Apart from that, we will be having mathematics and computational thinking, which will be increasing the emphasis throughout the school, starting with the foundational stage. Rest, they will be having elimination, the pressure students take upon themselves in subjects like maths and computer. So new education policy addresses the issue by deriving some innovative methods like puzzles and games, which will be making the subject fun. It has also been decided that middle stage will be having activities that will be involving coding in computers. Moving on to next is emphasis on vocational education. To promote vocational education, it has been decided that 10-day bagless period will be conducted and given to the students for grade 6 to 8 to intern with local vocational experts. Some of the experts like carpenters, gardeners, potters, artists, they will be called to the school, and after that, the students will be having live interactive sessions, and later on these people could make our children learn, and they will be also told what type of educational system has to be chosen further. Moving on to the next is, it will be helpful for the students to choose their career for the future use. The next is knowledge of India. To make students know about the rich cultural and varied heritage of India, new education policy has also introduced some of the following points which is related to knowledge of India. That is knowledge from ancient India, and also the contribution to modern India and its successes and challenges will be taught to the students. An engaging course on Indian knowledge system will be explained to the children. Competitions in schools will also be held for learning various topics and subjects through fun and indigenous games. Video documentaries on inspirational luminaries of India in science curriculum will also be included. Students will be visiting different states as a part of their cultural exchange program. Knowledge of critical issues like facing local communities which are faced by the states, by the government, by the country, by the whole world will also be taught to the children. Next, we will be including health education. Health education will be including mental health and well-being. Basic training health programs will also be conducted in the form of health, including preventive health as well. Special emphasis will be done on the nutrition, public hygiene, and personal hygiene of the students, including first aid. Detrimental and damaging effects of alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs will also be explained to the children. Next, we will be including multilingualism and language learning. Mother tongue, home language and local language will be made a medium of instructions wherever it will be possible. So at least the student of class 5 under the level of class 5 will easily be able to understand. Then the language of India, that is a fun project activity in schools, will also be conducted to familiarize with the diversity of languages in the country. Moving on to next, we have National Curriculum Framework for School Education, that is NFSE, which will be including the formulation of a new and comprehensive national curriculum framework for school education, which will be undertaken by the NCERT, which will be based on the principle of New Education Policy 2020, and it will be made available in all the regional languages, including all the textbooks shall aim at an essential core material which will be deemed important on a national level. Wherever possible, the schools and teachers will have their own choice in the textbooks that they are using for the children, along with a set of textbooks that will be containing requisite national and local material. Assessment for school development, which will be aiming for the assessment from rote memorization skills to formative, and it is more easier way of competency assessment also. Now we will be moving from or shifting from rote memorization to competency based learning. Promotes learning and development of students. Tests higher order skills such as analysis, critical thinking, and conceptual clarity. Assessment for learning, optimized learning, and development of all students. The next is transforming assessment and tracking student progress across school years. Transforming assessments and tracking student progress across school years. So now let's see what is there. All students will take school examination in grades 3, 5 and 8. As you all can see in this on your screens. "360-degree holistic report cards will be given. The holistic progress report card will form an important link between home and school and will be accompanied by parent-teacher meetings in order to actively involve parents in their children's holistic education and development. Results of the school examinations to be used only for developmental purposes of the school education, for public disclosure by schools of their overall student outcomes, for continuous monitoring and improvement of the schooling system. The report card will include progress in project-based and inquiry-based learning, quizzes, role play, group work, portfolio, etc., self-assessment and peer assessment, progress in cognitive, affective and psychomotor domains, interactive questionnaires for parents, teachers and students will be conducted, and teacher assessment. Guidelines for assessment. Guidelines will be prepared by NCERT in consultation with major stakeholders such as boards of assessment, National Assessment Center for School Education, transformation in the assessment system by 2022-23 academic session to align with National Curriculum Framework for School Education 2021. National Assessment Center for School Education, NACSE. This center will advise the school boards regarding new assessment patterns and latest researches for promoting collaborations between the school boards, and to become an instrument for sharing of best practices between school boards. That is about shifting their assessment patterns towards meeting the skill requirements of the 21st century and in consonance with the stated objectives of this policy. Next, we will be moving on to Equitable and Inclusion Education, that is NEP 2020. Education is the single greatest tool which is used for achieving any social justice and equality in the society. Along with that, NEP also seeks to bridge gender and social category gaps in all the levels of education system. Inclusive, good quality education is a foundation for dynamic and equitable societies. Focus will be done on socio efficient resourcing and effective governance through schools and complexes. You will be seeing that adequate number of counselors and trained social workers and teachers for teaching all the subjects will be included, including art, music, science, sports, languages. Apart from that, adequate resources such as libraries, science labs, computer labs, skill labs, playgrounds, sports equipments, and other facilities will also be provided to the students. Sense of community is built to overcome isolation of teachers, students, and schools through joint professional development programs, which is sharing of teaching learning content, joint content development, holding joint activities such as art, science exhibition, sports meets, quizzes, and debates, so that more and more interaction is done along with the students. Cooperation and support across the schools with all kinds of children with disabilities will also be cooperated and supported. Improved governance of the schooling system by developing all final decisions of principals, teachers, and other stakeholders within each group of schools, and treating such a group of schools will be also ranging. Apart from that, standard setting and accreditation for school education. NEP 2020 on standards, setting and accreditation, a self-regulation or accreditation system will be instituted for all stages, that is private, public, philanthropic, to ensure compliance with essential quality standards. Some of the key features are also there of SQAA for CBSE schools, that is self-assessment tool for schools to review their performance against predefined indicators. Easily implementable, transparent, and objective tools will be used. Focus will be done on enhancement of quality, recognition of excellence, promotion of accountability, and benchmarking schools across range of descriptions or indicators of assessment. CBSE has developed a comprehensive framework that is termed as School Quality Assessment and Assurance, that is known as SQAA. It will be at the school levels on proficiency of schools. Transforming assessment and examination. A key stage assessment in class 3, 5, and 8 pilot in selected schools will be conducted in holistic report card for CBSE schools is being prepared. 500 competency-based test items for classes 1 to 5 related to the measurement of each learning outcome stipulated by NCERT are being prepared. Pilot will be done in the beginning of April-May 2021 or as when school reopen. It will be implemented on a larger scale in 22-23. An online system is also being developed. CBSE has set up a center for assessment. It will prepare standards linked to learning outcomes. Assessment framework, item blueprints, and item blueprints development guidelines is being set up. Curricular initiatives. Arts and sports integrated education. Principals as pedagogical leaders and preparation of annual pedagogical plans. Implementation of experimental learning pedagogies like arts and sports integrated, storytelling and gaming. To ensure competency-based education schools, mandatory adoption of learning outcomes by CBSE schools, students' enrichment activities will be conducted by CBSE schools for the students of all the classes. That is Aryabhat Ganit Challenge, Heritage India Quiz, EBSB activities, CBSE Science Challenge, Science Exhibition, Khelo India, Expression Series and Reading Challenge. Thank you everyone. I hope that we were able to impart the knowledge based on NEP. And now I request all the participants to kindly, I'll be unmuting them. If there are any queries or anything, you people feel free to ask. If anyone wants to ask anything, you all are free to ask.